That's so embarrassing.
Alright, I'll switch to Batmobile too.
Sure.
To make it relevant.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, whoops. Oops. So yeah, what is it called? I mean, I'm using the Xbox One. I think I'm gonna I'm not think I am. I'm gonna get the adapter.
Okay.
Because apparently now it supports Windows 7. So yeah, because I'm playing with a smaller wire, so it's just a bit more weirder to play with. But
yeah,
I mean, it's not a huge issue or anything. I'm just trying to get used to this.
Sure.
This controller seems like there's a less strain, but it might all be like a placebo effect. So.
All right, I'll just spectate your ass and see how you hit this ball around in just casual free play mode, whatever.
Sure.
Don't rely on boost too much when maneuvering with the ball.
Oh, okay.
Because you're using boost a little bit too much. Like not to use it sparingly. If you need to catch up with the ball, that's when you boost. But like,
right?
Just take your sweet time with it. Just I don't want to be campy, but like I've said this before, you want to kind of dance with the ball, right?
Right.
You want to be strong with it, but you don't want to force it to do something it doesn't want to do.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how else to put it.
Okay. So just not like when I actually have the ball, not to actually use it as much.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, show me a hard shot.
All right, let's. I don't know.
I mean, that was fine, but like, if you were to ask me how you would aerial that better, one, you jumped early for that one, and you end up wasting more boost in traveling up towards that ball because it's so shallow in height.
Right.
Compared to all the high ones you could totally get. So just you could have jumped a little bit later, so you save a little bit more boost. But your incline can go up higher just to make up for lost height because you're not jumping as early as you did.
I see what you mean there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have a better chance of actually getting that ball to go higher rather than more forward. Because you're jumping from a closer distance relative to the ball.
Right, okay. Like, see, a lot of this stuff, it makes, like, sense when you're saying it.
Yeah.
But, like, when I'm trying to, like, translate it into, like, my hands, it's like, oh, no, I'm not going to do it today, type of thing. And it's just trying to commit it all to memory, really.
Yeah, man, just go into like pro all-star training and see what the difference is like when the countdown goes from 3, 2, 1, go. Like arrowing the moment it says go versus you arrowing 3 seconds after it says go, but you've driven forward already.
Right. Okay.
See what your shots are like when you're closer to the ball and jumping later versus when you're jumping super early right off the bat. Oh, you definitely could have gotten that shit.
Yeah, like there I was like, I guess I sped up.
You were supposed to lean forward more. I think you still would have gotten it, but you were aerialing too far to the right of that ball. You were supposed to lean more forward.
I mean, and that's like oh shit, I'm trying to like.
But that's like me after having done that like a couple thousand times on my own, not in actual games, like.
Oh no, totally understandable.
It's all like a muscle thing.
True. like what is it called? Like yeah, no, it totally makes sense that you're critical because it's what I need. Crap.
Like I can
So,
already
like,
kind of tell you're struggling to really
make
really make good solid contact with this thing.
Right. Which is what like I'm trying to, and I can't really tell if it's the way I'm just going about everything, or if it's like I'm not training to hit the ball properly. So it's kind of like it. You know how like if your foundation is bad, then like even if you are practicing more or less, like it's still gonna be bad because it's just bad form anyway, right? So I just like that's why I've been like looking up stuff that's just taking it to like bare minimum, like of what's being asked.
Sure.
So, because even my dribble games, I feel like it's been oomph at best.
But dude, you've been able to kill me with some of your dribbles before.
Before.
Yeah, maybe still,
Before.
dude. Like I think. Like, let me watch you for maybe like another minute, but I think I may have an idea as to what's wrong.
Like that, and then just like making sure that, like I'm, like that's I would say that's one very bad quality that I have, where it's like if something's not very instinctual, I'm probably not gonna get it at all.
Yeah.
And like this is one of those games where it's like you have to put an incredible amount of like muscle memory into it, and it's just like and I don't want to say like
it's mentally exhausting too. Like it's a lot of things. Like you gotta think all the friggin' time. Like you're calculating things constantly, and it's exhausting.
Right. So okay. For example, like that particular flip that I just did, it
looked like you just ran into the
slow.
ball. It's not like you actually kicked it.
Okay. Because like because I feel like I make like a second contact kick, but it never like there. Like I'm not trying to just toss it over. I wanted to flick it.
Yeah.
I guess it's a timing thing.
The ball was just not in the right position yet.
Okay. And that's another thing too that I'm trying to work on not doing, because you were talking about in one of the episodes.
That's pretty good.
Like where I kind of do like a cop-out attempt where I just like if I'm on the wall, for example, I'll just flip rather than like so yeah, like I'll flip rather than doing this.
Yeah.
And so like that's I'm trying to work on it, but I want to say I don't know how.
Okay.
If that makes sense, like, or like get into that motion of doing it. Like when I see it in game though, it's like I'm always under, and like I understand, yeah, it's like gravity's against you and whatnot, but at that moment though, I can't remember to do that, and it's like, well, that was like your one opportunity to do it in the game. I'm not going to give you a second time type of thing. So it's like
I did show you how to do it though before. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. It's just trying to like. That's what I'm saying. It's just trying to like.
I don't think it's an issue of remembering, but like I feel like, okay, so this is kind of like my answer to I think a majority of your issues right now in terms of like hitting it properly and making contact with it. Like just watching the way you're kind of free playing with this ball, it's like you're making these plays. You kind of recognize what you need to do in each situation. Like, oh, the ball's in the corner, so I gotta drive up this wall and try to collect it. Oh, I'm driving up this other corner. Maybe I should go for a wall shot, but no, it's already going down, so I'm gonna go back on the ground and go for a dribble, right? Like, which is what you're doing right now. But
right,
I feel like your free play and it isn't like you kind of play in fragments.
Okay.
Like you kind of split each and every circumstance into like individual fragments where you focus solely on dribbling, and that's the one thing you're thinking about. Oh, I'm done dribbling. Okay, what am I supposed to do next? Oh, I remember. I need to go for a wall shot because the ball's in the on the wall right now, so I need to go up now. But like the way I play with the ball in free play is that I know I'm gonna have to go up the wall because of the way I'm dribbling. Like it's like one thing leading to another, leading to another. Like it's all seamless. The way I free play with the ball.
Right.
Like I'm never thinking too hard about what I need to do next, because I already know 1 or 2 steps ahead what I need to do. Like I'm already reading it ahead of time, versus like you just kind of wait to see what will happen after you finish with a certain situation. Like, yeah, you're gonna go for a wall shot right now. Oh, what am I supposed to do next? Am I gonna finish it and push it back into the net? Right? Like,
right.
I feel like that might be your thought process, but you tell me.
Like, I mean, like that's the thing. Like you're
not interconnecting or weaving your plays
together,
smoothly together.
Right. Okay. And I guess that's more of like a what. How do I say this? Like I'm trying to figure out how best to actually free play, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
Because because the way I see this is like, all right, if the ball is there, so I'm not really like it's dribble, you know what I mean? Just because it's going so slow, right? But like once it goes faster, it's like, okay, let's try and like put it up the wall and then throw it there, right? So it's like it's not like I'm not too sure as if like as to how to like I don't know if I'm phrasing it right, but yeah, I don't know.
Like I think you might get too caught up with thinking about what you need to do next, and that takes up just almost too much time out of where like you could have been able to use that brain resource to consider what to do in the future versus what am I supposed to do now. I'm trying to put this in chess terms, but like you're considering the current step and maybe the step ahead, but you're not considering what's going to happen 5 or 10 steps later.
Right.
Like you don't have a plan, right? Like you have these temporary plans, but then you don't have like a long-term plan.
Right. Okay, I see what you mean there. Okay. Yeah. Which, like, and like that's the thing, right? Like, for example, like there's, I don't know. I feel like if to use that same chess example, it's like there's the ultimate goal, right? Which is to
put the ball in the
win.
net.
Right.
Sure.
Right. But like I mean, in just like the isolated zone of free play, if you will, right?
Yeah.
It's just that like you know what I mean? Like I'll see a play and it's like, okay, oops, sorry. I'll be like, all right, let's go for it, right? Like let's go for what is it called? Let's go for like a shot, right? Let's go for a dribble. But it's not so much like that like connecting like all of the movesets together is what I'm not, because I would say I play at least in free play. It's like I'm just resetting myself.
Maybe to put it in fighting game terms, this might be a little bit easier, but like, what is it? Like the basic like Street Fighter 2 combo for like Ryu or Ken is to go for like a jump strong kick. And then you proceed to go with like a down low kick to do a sweep, and then you dragon punch, or Hadouken, whichever, right? But then you're considering too much. Okay, how am I supposed to like go for this jump kick and make sure I make good contact with them? Like you're calculating all these things, but these calculations take too long.
Right. Okay.
Versus you're supposed to like sequence these 3 things, like the jump kick, low kick, and then dragon punch. Like you're not doing it like it's supposed to be a combo when it should be. Like you're doing it like they're just individual moves that will somehow string together if you're on point.
Right. Okay.
Like you got to consider it like it's a combo. Like everything you do in this in Rocket League is kind of like you're pulling off a combo move. You're going for a wall shot, it's going to bounce off the backboard on the left side. What do you do right now, right? How are you going to get that in the net?
So everything within a sequence should try to be to get it inside the
like
net.
Like literally right after you make a shot, you know exactly where the ball should be. And what maneuver you should make in order to go for a better shot or go for a better pass for a teammate or something, or go for a block.
Oh, I see. Okay. Like even if the play that I'm doing is slow, like it's like a slow-paced one.
It's slow, yeah.
Okay. Like okay. Do you want to like free play just
Yeah,
to
yeah, I'll
to,
show
to
you.
get a better understanding here?
Yeah, man.
Spectate here.
I've been constantly like changing my camera settings. It's kind of pissing myself off, but like I can't help it.
Is it helping?
I hope it is. Like I have the camera really high up now. Like it's at camera height 130.
Okay.
But my angle is at 0. So it's almost like comparable to how it is if you have camera height at like 100 and 110.
Mm-hmm.
And angle 5 or 4 or some shit. Like it's still, it looks very flat on the ground, but the camera's still high up.
Interesting. Does it affect your aerials?
A little bit, but like...
Because I was reading like how like a higher angle, like if you angle it a bit higher, it's a bit harder to...
Like you see how I did that rebound there?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm already guessing where the ball will land on that wall, and like maneuvering my car so that I'm able to hit the ball in the angle I want it to go, and it went in. Like it's all seamless, right?
Right.
It's not like, oh, I just made a shot. What do I do next? Like it's all.
It's like you're doing follow-ups and...
Like I'm following up with this ball. I'm still chasing it because I'm thinking maybe someone is in the enemy net, and maybe I could dunk over him if he gets like the ball. You know, if he's trying to put the ball out of his net, then I could go there for the dunk if I'm in good position. Like you see my shots, like it's kind of messed up that one, but see what I mean about the spoiler? Like it's disgusting.
Oop. Edit that out.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It might have something to do with like how fast I'm moving with the car too. Because I can already tell like I'm moving with the car faster in terms of just general velocity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like definitely. Like everything is like, because I was having like for a majority of the time the ball was like literally on the ground, whereas for you the ball is just like you're aiming it towards specific things.
Yeah.
So like once you hit it,
you're... So I'm going for a pass, right? It was a bad pinch, but like I still tried to put it across.
Across it,
because I knew it was going to roll up. That's why I went up for that. Like, preemptively. I went crossbar. If I collect it, it's going to hit off the wall. I read where it lands. Like, I'm constantly reading it. And that's what you need to do. Look at that, like, that's off the spoiler, right? Not the tip of my nose. That's the one thing I love about the Batmobile that I don't think any other car can do for me. Like, the freaking spoiler is almost like your second nose.
Well, you're like, and that's the thing I'm trying to like to look at, because you're making much more cleaner contact.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Would bringing the camera distance closer to the car help?
It'll help with making shots, for sure.
Right.
But like you gotta take stiffness into account too, because like that's the thing I'm trying to science out right now, whether I play better with a lower stiffness or a higher stiffness, and I think I play better with a lower one. Because it almost feels like if you're the Kensei, right? And you're going for a forward lunge slash or whatever. Or no, Valkyrie, that's a better thing. Like you're going for a thrust with the spear. It's almost like if you set the stiffness to 0, like there's no stiffness at all. It's almost like you're doing a forward lunge to the ball. because your ball, because the car moves way ahead. Let me see if I can actually show you real quickly. So let's change the distance to 60. I'll change the stiffness to 1. So this is ultra stiff. Like, see how friggin' stationary the Batmobile is relative to my camera?
Right.
You know, like, it stays in a single position on the screen constantly. Like, I could still kind of play with it, but like, it's super jarring to me. Like, I want my car to lunge forward just a little bit. I need some of that. So if I set it to 0, which I've played before, now the car has way more leeway to kind of like zoom forward, so to speak. Not that it's speeding up, but it gives you the sense of it speeding forward.
Right,
wherever you're going. And it, to me, it feels nice. So, like, see, it just kind of like lunges forward. I'm on the wall because, you know, I'm going for a wall shot. I'm slowing down my car, so then the car gets up, you know, in front of my face a little bit more. It's way closer to my camera. Once I start speeding up, it starts to peel forward. Oh, I missed it. Ah, whatever. Like, you see the difference, right? Like, it literally just lunges forward, but then you're kind of sacrificing accuracy for it, because the car ends up being so small when it's at maximum speed, versus when I had it at stiffness 1. Like, my Batmobile was huge, and it stayed huge all throughout because it just stayed stationary at a single point on my screen, versus right now it's just like, oh, back and forth, and to some people that can prove inconsistent, but if you learn to play with it, it's pretty nice. Like, you're constantly changing camera distances. And then now I'll play with like stiffness 0.5, just half and half. So you get a little bit of both worlds. Like, it's stiff, so you can still tell where the car will be when it's at max speed, but like it's not so stiff where it doesn't lunge forward enough. Like, there's a little bit. And I played with 0.5 for a long time, and it feels really nice. Holy shit. You see the difference between the way you move versus the way I move, right? Like, it's just... Yeah.
It's more fluid. Like, there's...
But I think it's partly because of, like, the techniques that you end up picking up along the way. Like, I've learned a lot. I think I have a lot of tools under my belt, but then, like, the difference between me and you is that, like, I flexed and used those tools countless times, right? And you're still in the process of learning a majority of them, right? Like, getting the knack for them and knowing when to use them. So that's, yeah, that literally just goes back to a car mechanics thing.
Like, because even like the recovery of your car, right? It's not just okay, I'm trying to get back to the ground. It's like you're actually trying to use, like, your recovery has momentum to it.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah, you kind of want to like sling yourself to the next position you want to be. Like, if you're making a shot, you want to be in a better position to make a shot fast. So how do I get there fast? What the hell is my car doing? What the hell? That's never happened. That was weird.
Like, that would generally be a note to, like, just general recovery of my car, because there's definitely moments where I'm just flailing, and it takes like a couple of seconds to get back into place, and, you know, those seconds may or may not matter at specific times, right? So, yeah. It's like you're like every couple seconds you're actually hitting the ball. It's not just
and they aren't light hits. Like, I'll go for some light hits, but then a lot of them are just like pow, you know?
Yeah, it's like a bounce forward, and then like you're hitting it.
just timing your hits, because like in that one replay analysis thing, like you hit it with the body of your car, but then you flip later.
Mm-hmm.
It's like trying to get rid of that habit. Just
yeah.
knowing to time your flip, I think will kind of help you. Because like I'm timing everything right now, and most of it is on point. Some of it isn't, but there, like that almost flopped. Oh god. There we go. Shit.
So like those types of hits too, like that one specifically.
Yeah.
Where it's like you kind of just stopped, but you were able to make the distance and you flipped it way harder back. Like those.
That takes time, because you need to know how hard of a U-turn you need to make.
Mm-hmm.
You know, time when you approach the ball. But like again, like I didn't get a knack for it until like a week later after doing a bunch of power shots and forcing myself to learn it.
Mm-hmm.
Just hit it back and forth. And like another thing is like, yeah, I'm changing all my camera settings and shit, but that's only because I'm fairly confident in the way I play in terms of like how I move my car around and stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's consistent. Like it's a reliable. Like your all your move sets, if you will, are reliable to do any sort of
that's
changing.
the thing. So like if you end up like changing your camera too often, or you end up changing your buttons too often, you're just delaying yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Just stick to one, learn what you need to learn, and then like, you know, if once you've improved and become, I guess, the best possible version of yourself for that moment, then that's when you can kind of experiment and shit. But
right,
yeah, you like if you haven't learned some of the fundamentals yet, learn those first before you change anything.
okay.
Like now I kind of feel bad that I told you about like the button remapping shit and changing, you know, jump to like a shoulder button or whatever.
I mean,
because you were still learning, right?
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, it did still help, but what was my problem again with that thing? I was just missing much more often, right?
Yeah, like you weren't fast enough to the ball or something.
Hmm.
I didn't even make that hit with the nose of my car. That was just the ass end of the Batmobile, and it still got the ball to go across. This thing is almost like one of those like really venomous centipedes, where like the tail is like a complete mimic of like the front end.
Right.
And like if like the predator ends up accidentally biting the tail, they just straight up die because of the venom. So
it's a lethal car.
Like the Batmobile is just so good. But some people can't stand it, and I understand. Because it's got no height, literally, it's just paper.
But that in itself too, like, I mean, just being able to do like a second tap, if you will, like while you're in midair.
Yeah.
Like that would be another thing that.
One thing I kind of want to pick up for fun is like learning how to do ceiling shots. Because I've seen some random shit happen with the ceiling and it looks dope as hell. So
I mean, technically, if you're still on the ceiling, you still can have like a jump after that.
That's
too,
the
right?
thing. Like, there's no time limit for the second jump. So it's like you can do whatever the hell you want. Just make sure you're lined up with the ball.
Right, because you haven't yeah, because you technically haven't jumped once when you're up there, right?
Yeah.
If you just fall off.
That's the thing. Yeah, you haven't even jumped yet.
Because the only other way to do that is from like the two sides of the net, right?
Yeah.
So.
Ah. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. I'll spectate you again. Maybe.
Oh, sure.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll keep working on it.
Sure. Like
Oh man, yeah, that was pretty good. That was a good tap. I like that.
Okay.
I was a little worried at first, but then your flip into the ball was strong. That was good. Just be confident with your hits. Just don't worry about it too much.
Like that's the one thing I'm trying. I guess from watching you just now, it's just because you're still moving, if you will.
You always have to have some kind of inertia.
Right, and then I noticed and I guess it has to do with my my power sliding.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm always like going up, like for example, like.
You got to turn earlier than that.
Yeah, it's just trying to remember that like you want to be done before you get that close.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so. I'm like not.
That's a good turn.
Like
but you didn't turn off ball cam.
Ah.
Like, I don't know if you noticed, but like I toggle ball cam like a fiend, you know?
Right, exactly. And I mean, like that's the thing when I
toggle it.
And like for example,
there, like you missed it. Like if you had it off, the moment you had it hit the wall, then you could have lined up better. Like I'll try to tell you when to turn it off. I'll just say off, and then you try to figure it out because maybe you just don't know when to do it. Like that's off, obviously. Like you're dribbling, you have to turn it off.
Right.
Where do you have your ball cam toggle? Like which button?
X. So it's like either square.
Sure. Default. Okay. No, that's not default. No, that's Y.
We switched it up. I mean, like that first time you.
Okay.
Like I mean, like not switched it up, but like that very first camera setting change you told me to do.
Mm-hmm. Like, that flip wasn't necessary.
Okay.
If it's a real game, you put yourself out for, like, a good second, which is not good.
In terms of just, like
don't force yourself to do so many flips. Just don't do it. Unless you're catching up with the ball or going for a good shot.
Okay.
Okay. Good, you turn it off there. Nice. Nice.
Shit. Like, that's another thing, like, just trying to...
That's just getting used to it.
Right. Like reorienting,
mm-hmm.
Shit like that, and like that's a thing too. Like I will say, like I accidentally sometimes press ball cam rather than.
Okay, yeah, that's no good then.
Yeah. I mean, like I don't, like I thought I was like over that type of. Definitely, I'm seeing like my shots are much stronger when the ball comes off, right?
Good. There you go. Off. Good. Like, you're still not timing your flips properly, but at least let's just focus on the ball cam stuff first, because I think that might prove more useful, like a more useful step one in terms of fixing your issue.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, just knowing how to moderate your speed too. Because you don't want to end up just flying past the ball when you still want it to stay forward.
Right.
In front of you. Nice shot.
I was trying to hopefully hope that it was...
What?
Hmm. Yeah, timing definitely. It's much more apparent when I turned it off while I was in there. That's bad.
Try practicing going for a soft tap, and then your second hit is a really strong one. Like a 2-hit combo, just soft tap, strong tap, soft tap, strong tap. Yeah, kind of like that.
But with more height,
but like
right?
chip it with your first tap if you can, and then go for a hard hit. Yeah, so that was mistimed.
Okay. So
Yeah, mistimed, not good. There.
Oh shit! Like there, I guess it was because I was like still going sideways.
Yeah, you weren't properly lined up to it, but also like you hit the ball way too hard for you to reach it.
So yeah, like
soft
definitely
tap,
like
boom.
Okay. Okay, so slower timing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I was too slow, you mean, right?
Like once the ball is up, you go for it. Like practice that constantly.
Okay.
Soft tap, boom. Good.
Okay.
And I'll teach you how to use the spoiler too, so.
Okay.
Instead of just always relying on the nose.
So if it's already moving like that, right? Like how would it?
Then it's too late. Then you've already given up possession. That's it. It's got to start over.
Okay. Okay. So it has to have some sort of height even before the first tap.
There you go. And then boom. Good.
Okay. So there, it only hit because like the flip was unnecessary, right? Because it just hit because of that second tap that I made.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, I feel like I need to see your hands, too. I need to look at the way you're pressing the buttons and shit, too.
Okay.
That was really good. Nice. That was a good flick, even though it didn't go in. That was a good flick.
Hmm.
Boom. Nice.
Okay. So it's, I guess, getting the timing down. Ah, shit.
Just control your speed better.
Hmm.
Like, if you feel the first tap doesn't give the ball enough height, go for a second tap to get it higher.
Oh, so like just
Yeah, it's just like driving into it again, like going for a quick bounce dribble, and then bam, you go for the third strong hit.
Okay.
Almost. First two hits need to be soft, so you can catch up to them.
Right.
You don't want to punt it away from yourself. Soft.
Do I want to be? What do I want? Sorry. Do I want to be boosting on the second one?
No.
Like
No. Boosting on their final hit.
Okay. So 2 taps, right? But I feel like it's okay.
It doesn't have to be 2 taps. If you can do it with 1 tap, that'll be optimal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh,
Here, I'll try to show you.
Oh yeah.
He had it right a couple times though. But let me.
Right. It's just trying to like definitely when I was doing it though, I could tell what I was supposed to do, but like when I'm doing it by like in terms of like thought process, it definitely makes sense of when to do it. Like you're waiting for it, like the ball to be chipped up, right?
Yeah.
Once it hits the ground, yeah.
I almost just rolled that with my spoiler rather than smacking it.
Mm-hmm.
And it still got enough lift, so. It's so hard to bounce dribble with this flat-ass car, man. It's just... God damn it.
I think these are two things I'll work on, like just power sliding and what is it called? Just these flick. I mean, not flick shots, but like these double tap shots. That's like a baby step type of thing.
No, but like doing this simple thing will just help you with your timing.
Right.
And getting to know your hitbox better too.
For my time, yeah.
And also how to exit the net too, the way I'm doing it. It's like,
right.
Oh, just ride it all the way and then flip. And like I'll put this up on YouTube too so you can see.
Right.
Yeah. So like that ball was already dying by the time I hit it. Like it was on its way down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was interesting. The hell? Whoa, lag. What?
Nope,
The hell?
Nope, I don't see the snow.
The hell? Okay, well, it's on my video now. That shit was weird.
Because you essentially want to be hitting it while it's going up, right?
Yeah. Oh, God. I didn't do it right. But yeah, once you get really good at hitting it straight, you want to mix it up. Just hit it on the side. Oh, that was also terrible. I'm not doing a good job right now.
No.
God damn it. Ah! Okay, I'm just gonna do straight.
That, and like, I think like it was probably also like I wasn't really shooting straight. I mean, like, I can't tell if that's like a controller thing or if it's like a hand thing.
It might be both. But like I would consider, again, picking up ball cam and just paying attention to how your thumb moves a little bit better when you're trying to go for certain shots. Like if it's gonna be going perfectly straight, if you're looking for a straightforward shot, or if your thumb ends up angling. Because that was my issue with the Xbox controller. Like I was always angling my front flips like they're diagonal. Like they weren't totally diagonal, but like I noticed there was a slight shift, and I hated it. I needed precision.
Right.
So the way the left thumbstick is kind of like laid out on this controller is just way better for me. Because like I have smaller hands than most people. Oh, what the pancake? All right, you try it.
Okay.
Wait, what? Whoops.
What?
Change to spectate. There.
What? Oh shit.
Okay.
I keep like pressing the reset button.
No problem.
Force it.
I don't blame you. There you go. That's a timing thing. Try to flip earlier. You're still doing it.
Okay.
Still doing it. Okay, that's pretty good.
Oh shit.
All right.
just go in and out. So, like I'm trying to do this with ball cam off, right?
Yeah. Nice shot. You have your stiffness all the way up, eh? That's what it looks like. It's at 1.
Where is stiffness here?
Halfway down.
Is that 0.85?
Oh, yeah. So that's pretty close to 1.
You think
Play
I
around with
benefit
that a
from
little bit. Like if you like the way my car looked in terms of it making contact with the ball to where it is on the screen, like try lowering that down. Like put it to like 0.5 and see how that feels for you. If that helps you make better shots.
Camera stiffness, right?
Yep.
0.5.
Yep.
0.5.
And now you'll feel your car lunge forward like a Valkyrie.
So
It,
I haven't played them since they got updated. Okay, let's try this. Yeah. No.
yeah, the second tap was early. Yeah.
Ah. Okay.
Nice. That's good.
Okay. Ah.
It's okay.
I pushed it too far.
Yo, are you excited for Shadow of War?
Here's the thing, like they seem to be blocking a lot of the there's like a lot of like I think content they're blocking behind like those other editions, and it's like $100 and shit, and some are like $100, some are like more than that, and so it's like I'll probably just wait until the game is has everything included. I feel like I don't know. It's just.
Okay. So a cost thing is an issue.
I mean, like it sucks when like developers like at least because it's clearly content that's gonna be.
You're dealing with Warner Brothers here, right?
I know. Like, that's the thing. It's like I feel like I just want like a complete game. You know what I mean? So
you will when you give them $120.
Fuck no. And like,
I mean, no one's forcing you to get the whole thing. Just
of course.
Get the vanilla and then wait for the summer sale.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Like, I'm just hoping that there's gonna be like what I mean is like if you're talking about like the game itself, yes. Like that's just like I forgot who was your nemesis? I forgot who mine was. I think the painted guy. It's such an annoyance because he never really won. He just like left.
Oh, right, yeah, he would just run away.
He would just like do like some weird dance and run away, and he had like this very like high-pitched voice. It was shit. Oh, I'm not even doing what I'm. Okay.
Oh, it's okay.
Gosh, I pushed it too far, right?
Yeah, man.
Like there, if I actually had like more of a flip to it, it would have been. No, I'm pushing it too high now. Darn it.
All right.
Oh. Like visually, I understand what I'm supposed to be doing. It's just.
Is this your coordination?
Hand
coordination.
Remember that one time we were playing? I forgot which game it was, but I think it was Metal Gear Solid. I can't remember, but like there's like that pillar from like one building to the other, and I had to like walk, and I couldn't.
What?
Do you remember that?
Metal Gear?
I think it was the Metal Gear game.
What?
It's like you had to like walk from like one like on this plank from like one building to the other.
What did this game look like?
Is it Metal Gear? No, I don't. No,
I don't
it's not
think
Metal
we've
Gear.
ever played a Metal Gear together, dude.
No, I don't think it's Metal Gear. It's the one where the guy has like a metallic like bottom jaw.
Oh, I should know this one.
That's not Metal Gear, is it?
No. Metal Jaw? Are you talking about Raiden? Are you talking about
No,
Revengeance?
No, hold on.
Metal Jaw?
Like, he had like a bottom, like he was like super fast. Like a bottom metal jaw.
Did he have a sword?
I'm pretty. I think he had like spiky hair.
Did he have like a glowing eye or some shit?
I think he had like some sort of eye. I can't remember. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's
All I
right.
remember
You're talking about Revengeance or some shit.
Anyway, yeah, there's like the scene where like he had to like walk on this pillar and like I don't know what it was, but I had like the hardest time.
Uh-huh.
But I'm just saying, like I can't tell if, like just being straight, like in terms of like if just like keeping the ball straight is not possible for me, like mechanically with my hands. Like I don't want it to be a thing.
Currently. Like you weren't really successful with the DualShock, right? So like you're. Well, wait, you didn't have a DualShock.
No.
No, you never had one. Shit. We should change that.
I mean that's the thing, right?
Because like that, changing to the DualShock helped me a lot. So I feel like it might help you a lot. And plus our hand sizes are fairly similar too. So. But here's the thing, though. How do you control the left thumbstick? Because I've talked about this with Mo, and he uses like the bottom knuckle of his thumb to maneuver the stick, where I actually use the fingertip of my thumb.
I mean, like I use the face of it. Does that
fate?
How you would just
like the opposite of where your fingernail is?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I use. That's like, what I use. Yeah.
I mean, like, hold on. Let's see with this. With this. Yeah, and every now and then I just use like the lower bottom of that quote unquote face, if you will.
Sure.
Like it's like imagine like you kind of like pushing.
Oh yeah. So it's near. It's actually near the bottom knuckle.
Yeah, it's near the bottom knuckle.
Okay, I mean, mine's more at the top half of the face, if you want to call it that.
Like, here's the thing. Like, I switch a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's very dependent on. Like, for example, if I'm pulling it down, right?
Yeah.
It's much more with the top portion, if you will.
Right.
And if it's like any other direction, it feels like it's still the bottom. Like I guess more of the weight is on the bottom knuckle.
Okay.
But like not super like to the joint.
Sure.
Right. It's like it's still the face of it, but like more of the bottom is what I'm using. Except for when it's like moving the analog stick down. It's like that's when it's like a hard. I'm trying to use the bottom knuckle, like the bottom knuckleish part of it to move it down. It's like no, it's. I kind of like use it to. Yeah. So I seem to have a very a loose grip on it, if you will.
Okay. I'm like that with the right stick, especially with For Honor when I'm changing stances constantly. Like there'll be one moment where I'm using the face part of my thumb, and then the next moment for whatever reason it's on my knuckle because I tried to guard break the dude several times, and then I've had to like shift my thumb position constantly, which was super annoying. So maybe just try your best, like with your left stick specifically. Just do your best to have your thumbs, have the face of your thumb be the main controller of like your stick, and don't shift positions. Like try your best to keep it that way at all times. You know what I'm saying? Like just keep it on the face of your thumb and nowhere else. Because the more you change it, the more unpredictable your movements will be.
Right. Like, definitely hitting it straight is much harder than hitting it from, like, an angle.
Yeah.
Like, well, anyway. Yeah, like at least like on a personal note, like I'd rather hit it from the side rather than
Yeah, that's fine. I'm kind of the same way too. Like I always have to have some kind of slice or hook to my shot.
Okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah, nice hat. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I guess just keep working on this until you really learn how to use the spoiler of your car and get it near the crossbar instead of having shallow shots like that one, you know?
Yeah. Because, I mean, technically, like, this is one of my problems, right?
Yeah. But, like, it's all kind of interconnected because, like, just already just talking about how you hold your controller and what you do with the left thumbstick and such, and because you're positioning your left thumb constantly in different ways like that. I think that's a bad habit.
Right.
It's like if you're writing with your right hand using a pen and you're writing a letter, and then like, or like you're writing an exam, and then like the prof is like, okay, so everyone, the way you're holding your pens or pencils right now to write this exam is shit. Now you have to use only your pinky and your ring finger.
Right.
You know, like, I mean, that's a very exacerbated way to, you know,
no, but like,
talk about
still...
the situation, but like it's like you're doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. Understandable.
But anyway, yeah, you want to do stuff? Anything?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just stop the video. That was good.
Yep.
Good talk.